I know you weren't expecting this look. From the last time you saw me, I was like all short hair and a whole different look. Trying something new. A grown woman look, I guess. Alright, my name is Alethea Kelly. I'm the owner of Tia Kells So Amazing and Tia Kells shop. Well, I will soon change the So Amazing, which is SEW, as in because I'm a seamstress. I started my sewing journey from 2014. It's quite a bit that I want to talk about, but I'm trying to compress it so it's not so long. I guess personal wise and business wise, I want to, you know, for the year 2020, what it was or what it, you know, the challenges and how I overcome them and how I still push on. Alright, so I think 2020, if I can remember clearly, it started off strangely. I think we here in Jamaica, we were hit by a earthquake or earth tremor because it was out in the ocean, so we didn't get a direct hit. But I remember being at work and feeling the place like shake a few minutes, like it was going on for a couple, like eternity in that little time, about probably 5 minutes or even less. And I remember looking up in the air and I'm seeing the lights, because where I work, the lights are like hanging lights, but they're, you know, they're not gonna fall like that, but they're like hanging lights. They were like this, and I'm saying, okay, it's not stopping. I'm looking at the guys in my that work around me, and I'm saying, guys, I mean, we're not gonna go under the desk. What are we doing here? I mean, I'm not gonna duck. What? And they were like, oh. Then I was on my way to duck underneath the desk because I'm saying I don't want anything to fall on me. And I mean, after a while, we, you know, pushed the door and went outside the emergency exits, and it was still happening. And all this time I'm thinking about my daughter who is at school, and I'm saying, what is she going through at this point? I mean, are they scared? Because she's 5 years old. When it happened around that time, she was just 5. And I'm saying, and I'm like, oh my god, if I am feeling this way, imagine the kids. Called the school and I checked, and the teacher was like, no man, they're okay. I mean, everything is okay over here. And I guess being kids, stuff like that, if they don't understand what's happening because they don't know what it is, it won't affect them that much, because we are grown people and we know what it is. So we start thinking about a thing like, you know, earth go open up, or go drop in, or tree go fall, or we don't know. We were outside though for quite some time until, you know, eventually stopped and we went back inside. Well, I didn't go inside immediately. I called my family to see if everybody's okay, because I'm not gonna be like ignore the fact that it's not us alone there going through it. I mean, I have a grandma who's elderly, of course, and my mother was at home, so I had to check to see if they're okay before I went back inside. But yeah, I called and they were okay. Thankfully, nothing major happened. But I guess that was the start of this horrific, well, let me not say horrific, it depends on how you take it mentally. You might see it as being a horrific year, but for me, honestly, it was not so bad. I took out my glasses because of the reflection in it. I didn't want it to mess up the video quality, or, you know. Yeah, the next thing, yeah. So during this time, I was in the process, by, you know, February, in the process of moving from where I lived, and also completing construction to where I was going to. By this time, you know, we heard about COVID, that big C, COVID, and people start getting very scared. I mean, I remember being on a team where first around me, 5 bottles of sanitizer them have, because it was like they don't want to catch it, and every little thing them touch. And to be honest, when I heard about COVID, I was like, I tried to channel my energy elsewhere and don't let it affect me that much, because I try to understand what is really happening first before I overreact, because I have anxiety issues, and I didn't know I had anxiety until I think last year. I didn't know it was that, because a lot was going on one time, trust me, a lot, and it affected me, and I did not know it was anxiety. I thought I had like heart problems, because sometimes my heart will have irregular heartbeats. I will have like shortness of breath, loss of appetite, because I lost some weight even though. But yeah, I didn't know that was the issue. I went to the doctors and I was like, sir, them things are happening to me. Me think me want to check it out and see what's really happening. I did the ECG where it wasn't last year I did it, I think the year before, because from that time I was going through it, the anxiety issues. And it's like, I did the ECG, I paid the money to have it done, hooked up on me overnight, 24 hours to monitor my heart, and nothing picked up. I mean, like, I didn't feel anything in that moment. I mean, I like spending money machine, pick up something if something is there, don't make me wait for money. But luckily the thing it's not like I want to have a problem, but I rather know what's wrong than to not pick up anything at all, and I'm still going through these symptoms. And I'm like, all right, back to the whole COVID thing now. It came, it hit. You know, deep down, you know, it was scary because we saw videos and people just falling down, them shortness of breath and can't breathe. And I say, oh, what is this on this earth? I don't want to be on earth right now. I want to go to another planet. I don't want to be here. This is what's happening right now. People are asking me, because I know I'm a seamstress, asking me if I'm making masks. And I'm like, I wasn't gonna do it because I realized persons started to make it just to make money off of it, like the true purpose of it, making it more fashionable. And I mean, I say, I don't really want to do, but I mean, I started making masks, I think in April, because you know, COVID was from December in China. I think it hit us it came here up in the year. I don't remember which month, but it came here after December. Yeah, so I remember getting a gig to make some masks for a school. It was like over 200 masks. And I was like, can I manage this? First of all, I've never made that much of anything in that vast amount, like quantity. I've never made anything, whether it be close, like in one time. I had a base like price for the individual masks that I'm making, and like for a school now, I knew I wouldn't give them the same rate as the individual masks that I'm making. You know, it's a trial and error. Any seamstress can tell you that, because I don't know how much material to buy, because my masks were like 3 layers: outer material, the built-in filter, and the inner material. So I didn't know how much of each, so I just, you know, tell them a price, and like for a school rate, you know, and for that bulk rate, bulk quantity, it's a guess and spell thing where I don't know how many material I would need, you know, how much elastic. And you know, elastic gets short at the fabric store, because everybody, they can think about your auntie, your mother, your granny, and make masks. Like downtown, everybody, all who couldn't sew, I guess probably outsource it, I probably buy a machine and sew it, because everybody was making masks. Certain material were like shortage of material, shortage of elastic. You know, along the way I bought the first batch of materials, started making them, and they wanted them to be printed on as well. Luckily my partner, as in the business partner, he does printing. You know, we could collaborate, and I make the mask and he prints on them and so forth. So we pulled through. You know, I went to the fabric store about 2 more times after, because the materials kept running out, elastic, you know, kept running out, and they couldn't get back any more elastic of what I needed, that I think 1/4 inch elastic. So I had to just substitute them for any stretchy material that I had. I use stretch materials and just create strips, pull them, and it forms a curl that resembles elastic, and I just use them. First of all, I was really grateful for that gig that I got, because you know, during the COVID, a lot of persons lost their jobs and they don't know where the first penny will come from. Luckily, I still had my job, and I was still doing the sewing on the side, you know, so I was okay. Stuff just, you know, them say, well, good karma, if I give out positive energy, it will definitely return. Because honestly, most of these gigs that I get, I don't push out to get them. It's just, it comes, they're brought my way. The universe work. Positive energy go out, it comes back in. And I'm a very positive person naturally, and that's why sometimes certain things reach, because me think too positive about persons and it always turn around, and I'm not gonna change who I am. That's who I am, and I'll always be that person. But sir, you're muffler. Anyway, around that same April, I remember planning to go to a festival in Negril. It's called Tomorrow Today Festival. It's like, I was so looking forward to it. Me and two of my other friends, we planned to go there. It's like this positive energy festival where you would go and relieve, and it's like a festival, not the regular ones where you would go to a stage show and people perform and you just sit up and listen to the music and rock. No, it's like a entire retreat. I think it was 3 days that we paid for, like the weekend pass that we paid for, like an enlightenment type of festival. I was so looking forward to it. I mean, we booked the rooms, we already paid full for the festival, and because of COVID it got cancelled. And we kept asking, because they were gonna do it virtually instead, and I'm saying, you're not gonna get the full experience if you did it virtually. I'm gonna be at home, and then I don't really have a quiet room at my home, and my daughter is active, so I wouldn't really enjoy the experience if I did it virtually, because they were offering it for persons who already paid if they want to convert it to the virtual, which they discounted the virtual rate. And I'm like, no, because definitely it's not gonna work for me. Plus my daughter was doing online classes that time too, and I'm like, no, can't do that. So we asked them for a refund or even a partial refund, because it was not cheap. And they kept back and forth to say, boy, they're not sure about how the refund will go. I mean, we kept asking them for weeks before we got the refund, but finally we got the refund, thank God. It wasn't a full amount, but it was like probably 80 or 90%, 80% and thereabout. So thank God for that. But yeah, overall that experience, you have to call it, like, got cancelled. We didn't get to really enjoy that thing. We didn't do it virtually either, because it didn't make sense to me, none of us. So yeah. And during this time, August, there was an expo that was advertised, and I signed up. I also paid my money in full. I was looking forward to it. Again, by this time the COVID cases were on a rapid increase, and even though in the back of my head I knew it was going to be cancelled, I had a hope that it wouldn't cancel. But I did pay my money in full, and I bought some clothes. Yeah, even though I'm a seamstress, by this time I was like, I'm kind of over this sewing clothes from scratch type of thing. I don't think I want to sew clothes from scratch like that anymore. It's a whole lot of work though. So to kind of fit in some stuff, to kind of get some stuff for the expo, I bought some clothes online to sell. August, yeah, I think I was kind of iffy about if I should, because I'm like, I wonder if I cancel the expo go cancel, and I'm like, what else would what can I do locally, to showcase at an expo. And at this time my business partner also had some items that he could also display. So I'm alright then, because he does printing, like printing shirts and so forth. I'm like, alright then, if anything I can probably sew 1 and 2 things, if anything, if time catch up and I don't have the clothes in time, I can sew 1 and 2 stuff and he can print on them, or probably can do some kind of mask that has some printing on it, like that will catch kids' eyes, and something creative. So then we kind of gear up, but we kind of draw back a little bit, even though you try to push through. But of course, it got cancelled because of COVID again. So eventually the person who was in charge of the expo, she or they had to cancel it again, and that was in August. I think by this time I was no longer into the sewing clothes from scratch type of line of business, and a friend of mine, she ordered a mug for her grandma. Yeah, she ordered a mug and she said, hey, you guys print on mugs? And I'm like, of course. I've never done a mug in my life. I don't know the first thing to do to print on a mug. But when she asked, I think by this time I realized I wanted to do something different. And you know, man, the business partner is like, all right then, what we go to now, like, all right, how them print on mug? University of YouTube. We went on it and we researched. That was in September. So all right then, we found out a way to do it. We bought the stuff online. It came about 2 weeks. You know, we keep her up to date to say, all right then. We never tell her it's been ordered, but we tell her, say, all right then, give us about 2 weeks and then the mug will be ready. Bought the stuff online. We tried it on the mug and it did not print well at all. And I was like, okay, then what went wrong? Like, what did we do wrong? It was not the correct method. Well, not say method, but it was not the correct, everything was not, you know, working together. And I had to tell her that, all right then, another delay. All right then, research again. So we said, all right then, what are we doing wrong? Research and found another way of doing it. Place order again. And next 2 weeks before I come here, because I know I have to go through freight forward and, you know, well, a shipping company, I should say, which take a longer time than to say being overseas, because you know we're in the Caribbean. I'm at need one warehouse in the Caribbean still, not lie. So yeah, ordered the stuff them off Amazon, and it took another week and a half to come to arrive. So right then we said bam, did it again. Still wasn't 100%, but research again, bam, and then we found the secret. It worked. So we finally we were able to finish her mug and we gave it to her, and that was the first item of launching my personalized gift business. It's called Tia Kel's Shop. Alright, so you know, after I did her mug, well actually I did 2 mugs for her. Just to show you, I did 2 mugs for her. And I was like, alright, I went and created a flyer on my phone, quick, posted it, bam, on my WhatsApp status, on Facebook, on my Instagram pages. I posted it everywhere. After I think the first day of making that post, and my family members and friends posted it for me, I got an order. I got 2 orders, and they wanted more items to be printed on. They say, alright then, apart from the mugs, what else do you print on? You know, by this time I start makeup, coming and know what me print on. We just, so alright then, what can I print on? My business partner has the printing business already, so I know that. Alright then, I make stuff, he prints on them. I said, alright, I make cushions. I don't think I ever made a cushion, but cushion is not hard to make, not hard to make. But if you don't have that creative side of you, it's a hit or a miss. But I said, I print on cushions, and the person ordered 2 cushions for her grandchildren. I'm like, alright, this can go somewhere. I think I did a few sample cushions first. I think this is one of them. Really, this was one of the sample cushions that I made. And I did one for a loyal customer. I did a cushion for her, and she was so ecstatic when she received the cushion, and she posted it, of course. Rate the girl there. Shoe obsessions. Can follow her on Instagram. Kem, big up yourself. Yeah, so me start then, that not bad. Mugs, cushions, then a next person will say, alright then, what does you print on? Do you print on what, on mugs? That's in like the water bottles, like the tumblers. Of course we say yes. I said no. Yes. So I went downtown and bought, I took a few pictures of the ones that I can print on, and I showed it to the customer, and she said, yeah, that one. She chose one, and I said, boom. By this time, look here, me never have not name packaging, not name labels, nothing at all. Me never have none of them things. They can never really prepare myself is there them will get demand on the first post, because I like to test the crowd first before I jump in anything. Say me have to go downtown and get a box from supermarket, the one them that they put one side they can pick up and just use, and just pack the stuff them neatly in there, print out a label same time, bam, and put it on and send it off through the zip mail to the post office. The next order, another person, as in the first 2 days I got 3 customers who wanted multiple items. One person ordered like a wine glass set with 2 towels and a cushion, and of course all of these for me is like a trial and error, but luckily it turned out well. Like, I sat and I researched after getting the orders. I sat and I researched how to do the printing on these items, and I found a couple of videos that I could use, and luckily it was a success. It was. And as I go along, realize the demand is increasing. I ordered the proper packaging. Yeah, I mean, from there, that personalized gift business, it did kick off. It did kick off during COVID. That it's COVID time. It did kick right off. I wasn't even prepared mentally that it would have been that way. Let me backtrack. Like the clothes that I bought for that expo, they did eventually arrive, but I'm yet to post them. I plan to post them this January 2021. I plan to post them for sale. I already took the pictures of them, like a model trying them on, one of my friends. Yeah, I plan to post them for sure this January, hopefully this week. But yeah, I mean, 2020, it was a year to test your strength, I believe, and your, I guess, perseverance, and how you can overcome challenges. Because trust me, it could break anyone, and it broke some people. Some persons lost their jobs, lost their lives, lost their family, their relationships, as in friendship plus spouses. It's like, if you're not strong enough, you will definitely break. I ain't gonna lie. For me, I still pushed on. I tried to stay off any news relating to COVID, social media related to COVID. I try not to. If it's not pushing my face to say, hey, here say 20 more cases gone and blah blah blah, me don't know. I do not know, because the last thing I want to happen is my anxiety act up, and then as we just, again, anybody who have anxiety issues can tell you have to know to monetize and over channel your energy somewhere else so it don't really affect you. And that's what I did. I kept calm. I didn't overly buy food and cleaning stuff. I didn't do that, because I'm not about to go into the crowd and fight anybody for anything in any supermarket. Nah, I know me. No. It has been challenging, and I guess I accepted the challenge, and that's why it didn't affect me that much personally. Business wise, that new venture, I launched it officially in October, November, December. It was only like 2 months, and it was going good. I ain't gonna lie, I was working very hard though. Like, again, house construction was still going on. It's still going on right now. I'm not finished, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I just personally, I have to ensure that I take care of me, like health wise, mentally and physically, and still push through and keep going. I mean, and that's for everybody, anybody who can take that food for thought. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. It's not. But once you keep your goals in focus and you don't let these social media about this and that, these news reporters about this and that, if you kind of shut them off and just keep your focus, think about what you can control, you'll be alright. Set yourself in a way where you have some little money saved up, so if you should lose your job, you have backup. Because I was saving all this, I'm still saving all this time, and I had to run to the bank one day time to help out a little bit, you know, when I was short in an area, and you know, it worked. I mean, just keep focused, try to be strong, don't listen to too many, and you'll be good. And that's it for this 2020 year in review video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it doesn't take this long to post another video. It's just that I've been really busy over these few months where I haven't gotten the chance to post, but I'm trying my best to keep it up. In terms of the So Amazing business, it's going to be my online boutique instead. So TKL's boutique, I think I'll name it, but it'll be the clothes that I'm selling. I'm not sure if I will sew the clothes from scratch, like if I'll add any of those, but it's gonna be buy and sell clothes. Yeah, I'm trying to make some of the workloads less because I have more items to add to the personalized gift business, because persons keep on asking me, you know, what else do you print on? I'm like, stay tuned. I will definitely offer more items. When it comes on to personalized items, like the possibilities are endless basically. So it's coming in the new year, in this new year 2021. Definitely new items coming soon, so stay tuned. But that's it for this video, people. Thanks for watching. If you're at the end of the video, big up to you. Thanks for watching, and please again like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.